Welcome to Mid-American Money Shorts. Okay, what this is, we're going to have little vignettes of various issues. Today we're going to talk, Tony and I, Tony Hendrickson, Dean of the College of Business Administration, and me, Ernie Goss, a professor of economics and director of the economic forecasting group here at Creighton University. Today we're going to talk about the Federal Reserve. And recently the President Obama, appointed three new, I was going to say economists, three new individuals to the Federal Reserve Board. Tony, what do you think?
I think this is a really terrible precedent.
Okay.
We're specifically appointing two economists and an attorney to the Federal Reserve Board. You have to know nothing more than that to realize that we're now politicizing the Federal Reserve and its policy making. We're putting an attorney on there specifically to address policy issues. What if this was the National Institute of Health and we appointed an attorney instead of a physician or somebody with a medical or health sciences background? What would that tell us? It would tell us that it's about the policy and not necessarily about the economics. I think this is a terrible slippery slope.
And for economists, if we could get some reciprocity, maybe have an economist appointed to the Supreme Court, then we would maybe step back.
And I would argue that would make some more sense because a lot of the things that are decided at the Supreme Court have to do with the Commerce Clause of the U.S. Constitution.
So that makes more sense than having an attorney at the Federal Reserve.
Absolutely. And I'm not criticizing the individual nor saying that there's not some area for those voices, but in other contexts than the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve should be unbiased and talk about economics, not political policy.
And Tony, here's the impact ultimately is when you have it more politicized, which you're saying it will be, and I think it will be, is you have low interest rates are too low, inflation is too high.
Right.
That's the outcome. And we saw what happened back in the 70s. We had to bring in this big, tall economist, 6'7", Paul Volcker, who broke the back of inflation by raising rates to 16%, 16.5% on the funds rate. Of course, tack on another 3%. Prime rate was up to 20%. So the problem with that politicization of the Fed is just that.
Ernie, you're famous for saying that it's the law of supply and demand.
Not
a good idea. It's a law.
Yeah.
And economists understand that law. Attorneys are trained to circumvent laws.
That's right. Okay, but now what? So the fact is, if it were a business person, you'd be less concerned. The fact is, it's an attorney. How about even worse if it were a politician/attorney?
Absolutely.
That would be even worse.
Absolutely. But if you're an attorney and you're getting appointed to a political position like this, you are by default a politician.
Okay,
to some
so
extent.
we need to stay tuned for interest rates that are a bit lower than what we would normally see. Well, thanks, Tony. Thanks for. I didn't know you were so hot about this issue, and thanks for sticking up for economists and keeping our jobs. Don't let those attorneys fill our jobs.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us for this Mid-American Money Short, or this vignette on the Federal Reserve, and we'll be coming to you through various times of the month. So keep tuned, and we'll have these issues. They keep on rolling. Thank you.